Liverpool versus everybody. We are here with main man Gary. How you feeling, man?
You alright, Aaron? How you doing, mate?
Good. Let's just jump right into it. Amazing night at Anfield. People like to call it the Atmosphere FC, but clearly we cannot take that for granted. The part that the supporters play in the stadium and making them amazing European nights. And what yet again Liverpool gave us a lot to be happy about. Of course, there's things we can dissect, things we can maybe criticize here and there. But at the end of the day, it's a win. Just tell me how you felt when that goal went in from Bobby.
Oh, it's relief because I thought that we deserved to win the game anyway. I mean, we went 2-0 up, didn't we? And then I was saying to my mate, 2-0 up. Let's take it to half time now. Let's regroup. I think that'll be the end of the game. Um, and we can see this very very sloppy goal. And then they get back. Then we just kind of. I said to you, I think after the match, I said to you that PSG, especially in the second half, even the first half, but especially the second half, they were playing a slow, no pressing, slow, sluggish, very sloppy in possession. That's what they were doing in their game, and that kind of transferred to us in the second half. And we were kind of slow as well, misplaced passes. Salah had a couple, and then first time got lucky, but second time again, Mbappe scored. Um, we weren't pressing as much in the second half. We weren't creating any chances. Our tempo went down. I think we kind of just wanted to seal the game out, to see the game out to a 2-1 win, but we went 2-2, and I wasn't even angry. It was just like, how it was, mate. It was like the Sevilla game last year
Hmm.
when we played Sevilla when we drew 2-2 against Sevilla, where we were in kind of complete control, and we we bottled it, and we get the goal away, didn't we? So that's how it kind of was. That's how it kind of felt for me.
Yeah, it was almost carbon copy in moments against Tottenham, just in terms of having the chances and maybe not capitalizing, or even to have chances and just not doing as well as we should have done. Allowing a team like
Yeah.
PSG to hang around is never good. But I got to be honest, I was beyond impressed with how we handled their threats. Their front three, I think that's 400 million. That front three is, and they
Yeah.
really didn't get a sniff. Anything they got, let's be honest, anything, and all due respect to PSG, but anything they got, it was basically for mistakes from us. So that's got to be good. I'm not going as far as to say it's
We're seeing,
necessarily a statement. We haven't done much yet. We still
we
need
are
to
we
keep
are we
going.
are we are seeing something different. I was just Let me just touch on that Sevilla game, because remember when we played Sevilla 2-2 at Anfield, and we went 1-0 down, and then it was 2-1, and Bobby had the penalty and he missed it. Do you remember that game? And then we had so many chances to absolutely smash them, and we gave that careless goal away. That was kind of similar, but what I saw after was a reaction from Liverpool, a different Liverpool team that was hungry to go out there and win the game. And all we needed to do is put 5 minutes of pressure, and we scored. That's all we needed to do. We didn't have that 5 minutes of pressure until the second half started, until the end of the game. Sorry, but what a finish from Roberto Firmino! That was absolutely fantastic finish from Firmino, and great 3 points, a massive, massive 3 points, and 6 wins in a row now. 6 wins in a row.
Yeah, and let's just go ahead and speak about James Milner. I mean, I
Oh,
don't even know what else to say anymore about this guy, but I want to throw out. I'm not really a stats guy, but I'm gonna throw this stat out real quick because it really puts things in perspective for me. Paul Scholes, as amazing as he was for United, had 55 assists in the league. Um, and Milner has 76, and 11 in Champions League to Scholes is 9. So as amazing as Scholes was, what is Milner? I mean, he doesn't get anywhere near as much credit as he should get. A lot of people are saying lifetime contract extension. Milner's just been amazing. He's played every position, almost every position on the field in his career, besides goalkeeper. He's even
mm,
played a little bit of striker for City. But he's just, I mean, this kind of performance is continuing every single game. It's just getting to be really crazy, man, in the best way possible.
yeah, I mean the tackles he did on Neymar, the tackles he put in on Neymar. He set the tempo for the match. Those tackles, those big strong tackles. He's the one that's why we win the game, though, because the third goal, Mbappe tries to do a little skill, tries to get out of the situation on the counter. He's the one that tackles Mbappe, gets the ball to Gomez to Van Dijk, and Van Dijk to Firmino. He's the one. I think he's just. We've said for a long time. Remember, we've spoken together. We said, not me, but a few other fans. and they've said, "Oh, he's not going to start a lot of games. He's not going to do this." But he starts more and more, and becomes more important for us.
Yeah, and throughout his career, anytime he gets a penalty in the Premier League, his teams don't lose
He,
in
he,
48
he's he's just he's just
So
getting better and better, and he's been more important for us. He's been so we said, okay, look, KS coming in, Fabinho coming in. He's not going to play as many games, but he's becoming more important than those players already. You know what I mean? And he's getting better by age. I think that is down to Jurgen Klopp. So the way he wants his team to play, it suits James Milner, and he's fit as well. He's very very fit, and he's just getting better and better. And I just, you can't drop him in the team, can you? He's just so important in the big games, in the small games. Every single game, he has importance to us. Um, and it's just so good to see a player like that still stay in the team, have that much energy. And he's a typical Klopp player. He's a typical Liverpool player. That's what I love about him.
yeah, and it's just amazing to see us be able to pull these kind of games out. And I
Mm,
agree with you that game winning goal seemed more than right for us. And I honestly, when they got the second one back, I thought we pulled that game out. I know the game was dwindling, but it just felt right, because we were dominating that game. We deserved to win
yeah,
it. Like I said, any chances they got, it was more of us kind of giving it to them. But to be able to finish that game like
yeah, it
that,
was.
Bobby off the bench. The bench, speaking of the bench, was really, really good, and that's what you want to see. Players who were part of our team last
Mm,
year and really, really fighting for those spots, particularly in the midfield. But everyone who played in that game yesterday played a role. People will say Salah
yeah.
wasn't that great, and he probably wasn't, but he had some moments as well. I'm sure he'll feel bad
I
about
think
himself.
he wasn't. I think we're letting that mistake kind of dictate the whole performance,
Yeah,
and over,
yeah.
overall, because I think he wasn't his normal self. I mean, that's clear. I don't think he's as I don't know if it's him being tired or expectation. I don't know what it is right now. Maybe he's just not on form, and that's normal. You see Harry Kane right now. He's not at his best right now. These players, these world class players will come good in the end. They will. Strike, and we just need him to get a goal. And I thought he got that goal. I was happy when he scored that. When he scores that tap in from when it's against this loud, but I was quite happy when he scored that because I thought that's going to be a confidence booster for him. But he gets the goal, and I think it was wrongly disallowed. I don't know about you. I didn't really think it's a foul. I thought sorry to get the ball, but you know, Salah will come good. I think the next couple of games or some more important games coming up: Southampton, Chelsea, City, Napoli. He's going to play a big part, and I thought in the first half, he had some good moments linking up. Even in the second half, he held the ball up really well. Won some he won some free kicks for us in some key positions. But I just don't think he was at his normal, best that we've seen him from last season. And I think that's understandable. He's had a tough World Cup. He's had Champions League final where he came off. I don't think he's what's the word? It's not so much fit, but it's just about the start of the season. Some players do take time to kind of settle in into a new season, and I think once he starts getting a couple more goals, I think that's when we're going to see Salah come up at his best again. We saw that last year as well. Didn't obviously start as no, when we signed him, he scored 3 goals and three goals in the first 5 games, and then it was in November time when we started really hitting form. But no, I thought he had a better performance than he had at Spurs yesterday, but very very sloppy in possession. I think that kind of reflected that pass wasn't just his fault. I think it was just the whole team as well. To be honest with you, we were quite sloppy, and it was just Salah the one that get the ball away for the goal. But I'm happy with Salah. I'm happy with Firmino. I'm happy with Mane and Sturridge as well. Very happy with Sturridge. Um, there's a lot of positives. We can. It's good that we can take off Firmino and rely on a guy like Daniel Sturridge to come on against PSG and score in the Champions League. That's what we needed for a long time. I think we've got that now. A striker that when Firmino gets injured, he's not going to have the same impact like Firmino does, but he's going to come in and do a job. And I expected him to do a job, but last night I did. Um, I expected him to do a job. I didn't think he would do one though, but he did. And I said in the pre-match build-up show, didn't we? I said I don't think he's gonna do anything in this game, but he did. He proved me wrong, and I'm very very happy for it. But very very happy with the win, and happy with that Daniel Sturridge's performance.
Yeah, I don't think you're alone in that. I'm sure there were a lot of people who saw the lineup and thought, oh wow, Sturridge is he really going to step up? And myself, I can hold my hand up. I
Yeah,
wasn't really too keen on the midfield. I thought Sturridge could help us. I'm glad he did. But the midfield, I wasn't big on. But they totally shut me up.
yeah.
There's a good question here or a good remark here from Jason, if I can find it. but he basically was saying that Salah has to show up against Southampton, or he has to sit down for Shaq in the Chelsea game. Do you think that's accurate? I mean, would you agree with that, or what?
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't because I mean I respect Jason's opinion. And I can see why he says that because I mean, first of all, Salah starting in Southampton. I don't know. Um, could it be Shaqiri on the right and maybe put Salah in? But no, I'd keep on Salah. You can't really drop a player like Salah because if he's not gonna, if he doesn't perform against Southampton, obviously Shaqiri comes in against Chelsea and then he has a performance. Salah is a big game player and he will step up at the moment. He will step up at that very moment. Salah is a big game player. He scored so many goals against the big teams. And we just have to be patient, man. It's 5, 6 games in the season. We saw what he did last year. You know, so let's just be patient. Let's give him time. Let's give him time to again um, play himself back in form. I don't think it really works in my opinion. Dropping a player on the bench and then him coming back after. I like players, especially big ones, big players are important players. I just want for Klopp, and I think he will do it. To just let Salah play, let him play into form when he gets a chance. You know, share all that stuff. You know, he will come back. Salah will come back, and I think Southampton. I expected him to score last night. I expected him to turn up. Um, didn't have the same impact that I thought he would have had, but I think Southampton's a big game for him if he does start, which I do think he will. And hopefully he does score because he has scored in the 2 Premier League games that played at Anfield. So hopefully he can get a goal, and that will obviously again boost his confidence up for the next few games that we have coming up.
Yeah, I think it's interesting that people are kind of some of the fan base, not everybody, is getting a little bit worried, panic mode for Salah. But for me, the way I look at
There's no
it,
need for that.
the way I look at it is that's got to fill or should fill us with confidence, knowing that the amazing season he had last season, and right now he just hasn't really hit those heights yet. And we're still winning games.
Mm.
So you know, in light of that or not, and I like what you said about being sloppy because it wasn't just Salah. People will pinpoint that, but in the second half, particularly, we were very lazy, very lazy passes, and that really pissed me off. And it wasn't just Salah. Yes, he gave away a pass that led to
Yeah,
their goal.
it was just him.
Um,
It was just him that gave the ball away. So it was just him
yeah,
that actually gave the ball away for the goal. There's loads of other players doing it, but it just
yeah,
didn't lead to a goal. That's why we're not really talking about it.
yeah. So but no, moving on. Just think overall really good performance. Dominated that game. Would have liked it to maybe not be as nervy at the end, but you know we get the win and we move on to Southampton. I do think Shaqiri is definitely in the running to play against Chelsea. We have to find ways to get some of these guys more game time,
In
and it
the
is.
in the Prem or the Carabao Cup.
I'm talking about Carabao Cup personally. I don't know what
Oh
they were talking about, but I'm talking about Carabao Cup.
yeah, Carabao Cup. He will start. Salah's not going to start in the Carabao Cup, is he? I think he's talking about the Salah won't start in the Carabao Cup. It will be Shaqiri. But I think if you're talking about the league, you're gonna have to play Salah. There's no chance of playing Shaqiri. I mean, it's just what Salah offers as well defensively as well. The work
I
rate he
don't.
does.
I don't know, man. I
Um,
mean, I don't know. I think performances like this when other guys are being able to step up, like Sturridge, having Hendo come in and maybe not have played that well against Leicester, but definitely stepped up in the midfield this game. You never know. I mean, I think it's possible. I don't think it's a foregone
I
conclusion
don't,
because it's Salah
I
that
don't
he
think Klopp
won't
will.
sit.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that. In that it's not like he's been like Alexis Sanchez. He's been 8 months playing like he hasn't. He's still getting picked. I mean, it's Salah. He's been incredible, and I think there's this. If he was playing like this and he didn't have a season like he had last year, we wouldn't really be saying too much. But the expectations have grown so much that we expect him to score a goal every game or expect him to play well or contribute. But I don't think Klopp. He won't drop Salah for Shaqiri in the Chelsea in the Premier League in the Chelsea at Stamford Bridge. I don't think that is a possibility, to be quite honest with you. I think he's going to give him a few more games. I think after the international break, if he doesn't have a good performance against the likes of Napoli, Chelsea, or City when he plays those games, I think that's when Shaqiri is definitely going to be getting a chance, and Salah possibly will be dropped. But I think Salah will get back into form in these next few days games.
Yeah. It'll be interesting to see how Klopp finds his rotation
Yeah.
situation in the next couple of games. It
Mm.
is a long season, and you know there's a key word in the LA song, and it's "We're never gonna stop." And I'm starting to get this feeling that Liverpool could go quite a while without losing the game. I mean,
Yeah.
they're finding ways. I don't want to do an invincible thing and all. I'm just saying the way we're finding ways to win games, whereas last year we would throw these games away.
Mm.
It's really special, man. It's really, really special. And I can't. I mean, everyone who played last night was good, but I got to give a special, special shout out. Yes, the midfield, but the two fullbacks for our team. I mean, Mbappe, Neymar, we know who they are. We know what they're about. More so, probably Mbappe, and we saw what Mbappe had skill wise, as he's shown since he's come on the stage. But Robertson pretty much handled his business on that side as well as Trent, and that for me is just a nice feeling knowing that there's really no weaknesses in our team. There's
No.
no weaknesses across the board. There's no way you can say, "Oh, this is how you get Liverpool." There's no way you can do that. Years gone by,
Mm.
maybe, but since Klopp has been there, especially this season right now, it just feels like we've filled every gap or hole or problem that we have, and that just gives me the ultimate confidence in going forward. So it was good to see the combination of Gomez and Van Dijk again, and just finish that game off. So it's on to Southampton now.
Yeah.
We got a
Big
few
game that.
days. Got a few days to decide on kind of lineups and things like that. But even though it's early, do you think we stick with this midfield? Do you think we go back to Naby? What do you think?
Oh no. Do you want me to do my 1 to 11 or just the midfield?
Sure, give me 111. I mean, I think most of
Yeah.
the defense stays the same, front three.
And Trent. Um, and then obviously the midfield three of I mean, they're still good Fabinho maybe, but I wouldn't play him in that game. I think Chelsea would be a good game for him to start off against in the Carabao Cup. Then we look at maybe putting him into a few more games after that as well. Um, I think Henderson in the six. I'd like Wijnaldum to play, but then do you think he needs a rest because he's played all 6 games, 90 minutes each? But then you've obviously got the Chelsea game in the Carabao Cup where the players have got a full week to rest the main ones. So I think we should rest Wijnaldum. I'd probably go with Henderson, Naby Keita because that's a perfect game for Keita to come into 100%, and James Milner. Milner or Keita, one of those. Milner, sorry, or Wijnaldum, one of those two. For Henderson, Keita, and Milner, or Wijnaldum for me, and Salah, Firmino, Mane. But those two as well could. It just depends on those two. But Keita, 100%. I think he's gonna have a really good game in this one. Perfect game for Keita to come into again. I think I told you in the pre-match build-up show. I said to you that if Henderson comes in, he's gonna be Naby Keita that's dropped because we saw uh, again away at Leicester that's what he did. So I kind of had that sort of feeling that he wanted a bit more solidity maybe in that midfield. But I was happy with the performance of Henderson last night. He played quite well actually. So it's good that all our players who come in are all playing good. That's such a good problem that it's not really a problem, but it's a great thing to have. So Keita, I think Keita, Milner, and Henderson midfield three for me. So give Wijnaldum a rest because obviously Milner's had the international break, hasn't he? So 2 weeks. So that'll be my midfield three, and that's another big game. If you can get 3 points there, that's 6 wins. That's 6 wins out of 6 in the league, 7 wins out of 7 in all competitions, and 18 points, maximum points. Can't ask much more than that. But I am expecting to win that Southampton game.
Yeah, it just feels like Genie never gets tired though. I mean, this guy was just
It does,
running
yeah.
his.
That's exactly,
It's
yeah.
crazy, man. Him and Milner, they just never. I mean, Henderson of all the people looked the most spent,
Yeah,
especially at that second goal winning. But that's why it's so hard, I think, for Klopp to say like who. I mean, because these guys don't get tired, man, especially
yeah.
Genie. So, but I like that. I don't think Milner, Hendo, and Keita have played together this season yet, right?
No, it hasn't.
So, so that'd be a first.
Yeah. No, it's been Henderson, Milner, Genie, and Milner,
Yeah, 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 yeah.
Keita, and Naby.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Going back to the Champions League real quick because we got some questions coming in here. Um, Anything from are we capable of winning the Champions League? I think so, of course. I think that's clear to see that we're capable. Will we do it is a different thing. People saying please talk about the Brazilian fraud that was pocketed. I think I think a lot of people have the similar sentiment to me. I think it would have been a game that Keita probably could have had a field day with that midfield that we played against.
Yeah.
But
I didn't.
we
I didn't think. I think. I didn't. I think Klopp didn't think that PSG would play that badly. You know what I mean? I think they would have. I think Klopp was probably so surprised after the match that Liverpool didn't win that game 5-4, 5-6-0, or 6-2, whatever. I don't think he expected PSG to be that bad.
Yeah, well, and that's the thing. I think, and as much as I agree with that, um, I think they were that bad because Liverpool made them look that bad. It's
Yeah,
the
yeah,
same thing.
100%. Yeah,
Same thing with Spurs, and I get what you're saying, and I totally agree. And I think on the surface, you did look at PSG and say, "Wow," but then again, I wasn't
yeah.
really surprised
No
because we talked
pressing, no nothing.
like they play in a league where, all due respect to that league, they're not really challenged, and so when they
No,
come
yeah.
to the
And when
Champions
it,
League, nobody fears
uh-huh.
them. Nobody fears them,
No, no. That's
and
exactly what I
and
said. I said when they come to they're not used to it playing a big game. It's like playing a training match and then playing. It's like playing what they call in England here Sunday League football, and then going into a Premier League match against maybe say a Fulham or something. You know what I mean? Or but here it's like playing it's playing a amateur team and then playing stepping up to the Champions League to Liverpool. You know what I mean? It's two different things. They can beat say again and Dijon and all these teams 6-7-0, but when it comes to Anfield. Um,
that
when
sounds
they
like a
come to
mustard.
Anfield, then yeah, when they come to Anfield, they're going to see it. And I think away from home, it will be a different game. But I think away from home, we'll do them again. I seriously do think that we'll beat them again away from home.
Yeah, people are saying that'll be a spicy game, and it should be a good game. But I just,
It'll be a different game. I think PSG
yeah,
will play much differently. I think they'll be more on the front foot in that game. But
I mean,
I think we're capable of defending against them. We're capable of attacking and hitting them on the break.
yeah, and they obviously travel well. I mean, they had the drums and everything. So clearly, at Paris,
Yeah.
they're going to be amazing. But again, I'm
Mm.
just nothing about PSG bothers me. I'm sorry. I mean, and it's hilarious that people were saying that, somehow PSG deserve more respect. I just don't get that. Why? Why do they deserve more respect? They don't respect
Yeah.
themselves playing like that. So
Mm.
for me, it's Liverpool, and hopefully, not that I really care, but hopefully that was a game where people can really start to put some respect on Liverpool's team, and really, really
Mm.
see that,
Yeah. I
we,
mean,
we are here,
Aaron,
we are here to compete.
yeah, Aaron, I've got to the point now where I actually like it when people write us off because
No, I agree. I agree.
it just makes us play better, and it's just good to prove everyone wrong. But we prove everyone wrong, and they still kind of disrespect us, and they still write us off. We beat City at home, we beat Roma at home, we beat
Yep.
City away, we beat PSG at home, but still people write us off. It's just it's comedy. It's literally comedy. I can't believe it, but I don't really care to be honest. I don't care. All I care about is us playing so well right now, and I'm just enjoying now watching Liverpool, enjoying. I'm just thinking about the club, thinking about what team we're playing next, thinking about what selection we can play next. Because everyone, when I look at the team nowadays, I'm like, I look at the team or what 11 Klopp's put out, and I'm always happy, because I don't see any weaknesses in our team, like you said,
Yes.
where
Yep.
teams can exploit us. Any midfield three that plays, I'm happy. Any attacker that plays, I'm happy. Any defense that plays, most of the time, I'm happy. And a goalkeeper, world class keeper. So there's nothing for us to complain right now. And I do think that we will win the Premier League or the Champions League this year. I seriously do think that one of those big two we will win this season. I don't know which one it is. I hope it is the Premier League. But it's all about us winning trophies, and I hope that we can win one of those big two because we deserve it with the team we have. We deserve it with the fans that we have. We deserve it with the manager, the owners that invested in, and the way we're playing right now. So everything's looking good for Liverpool right now.
Yeah, and on that, do you think that the Champions League is a foregone conclusion as far as like prioritizing that over any other competition?
Mm, um, Cup competitions or
I mean, just the league, the Premier League.
no, I don't like the the only thing I'd you know prioritize is the Premier League and the Champions League as the two main ones. I don't think the Champions League we should prioritize or the Premier League or the Premier League or the Champions League. There's no point in doing that. We say if we do, if say if we prioritize the Premier League and say we just put a weak team in the Champions League and we don't win the Premier League, what effect is that gonna have? We this is good for everything. We've got the team to do that. We've got the squad to do that. We've got the manager to do that. We've got as I said, we've got the quality in the team to do that. Even in the League Cup, we can put a team like Klein, um, Matip, and then Moreno, Henderson, or Fabinho, Shaqiri, Sturridge. That's a fantastic team to put in a second team, in a second string team. Most of those players were playing in our team a couple of years ago, and they're in our second team now. So that just shows that how far we've come under Klopp in the last few years. And we go for every game. Every game we want to win. We can't go into the game saying, yeah, we prioritize this one. We don't really care if we lose. I care if we lose. You know what I mean? I want to win every single game. So for me, every game, let's just go for it and see where it takes us to the rest of the season. Let's just take it one game at a time. Southampton, then we look forward to Chelsea in the cup. So one game at a time and see where it gets us.
Yeah, I couldn't say it any better. Dolfo says, I think we get the luck we didn't get last season. And I think that's a
Yeah,
good point because number one, all good teams need that, and he's right. We were very, very unlucky in a lot of situations, but the difference in this season, I think, is we're making our own luck in a way. And
yeah.
as
I
long
think the
as
way
long
we're
as you're,
playing, the
yeah,
mentality we're
yeah,
playing as well. The
yeah.
mentality, yeah.
When you play like that, you deserve those kind of quote
Mm,
unquote lucky moments. So look, man, I made up. That's 6 wins on the bounce. A few clean sheets in there, and it looks like the Southampton game. It's going to be a game that we can continue. Obviously, it could be a banana skin, but it's up to the boys to really, really just keep trucking on. And I think that Champions League defeat and sadness and hurt of last season
mm,
really, really has been something that's kind of lifted the guys and kept them together
yeah,
and to keep fighting in that way. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm looking forward to every time Liverpool play, to be honest. And I'm happy when we have
yeah.
these congested fixtures because for me, it's a
Mm.
chance to really get to see how the team is just changing from week to week. Or I shouldn't say
Yeah,
changing, but
I hate
improving.
I hate one game. I hate when we play one game a week. I just want to see
Oh
us
man, I hate it too.
3 games a week or 2 games a week. I know it's a bit tough on managers, but we love to watch our club play, don't we? That's why we support them to see our club win and play games.
Yeah, and I love this comment from Sivian. PSG can beat anyone on paper, but they just don't have the team chemistry, and that's what you saw. Like Liverpool, we don't have $1 million players. You know what I mean? Well, that's not what we bought them for. So what we do, we make that up and just teamwork and hard grit and graft on the pitch. And you saw that PSG weren't really working for each other. It was almost like
They're a brilliant PSG are a brilliant team of individuals.
exactly,
We're
exactly.
just a brilliant team. You know what I mean? We've got
Yeah,
individuals that are brilliant, but why the reason why we beat them because we're a brilliant team as well as brilliant individuals as well. But PSG are only a team of brilliant individuals.
yeah, and you can see how Liverpool work for each other and play as a team. So
Yeah.
it's just great. It's fantastic times right now, and
Mm,
look forward to us to keep in this continue in this winning way. Gary, thanks for making time, man,
no
and
worries, mate. No worries.
hopefully we can talk soon.
Yeah, yeah. Nice one, mate.